Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? I hope you've had a nice day and whatever you've been up to, whether you've been working or whether you've been off. Thank you so much for joining me for another little tip for your arm undulations for dance. If you are watching this, please do give me a little thumbs up to let me know you're out there, or a little heart to let me know that you are enjoying this. And please do put any comments or questions in the comment section below. If you are watching this on replay or catch up, please do tag me as well and I can be sure to come back to your questions. So let's get started on this little tip for you today. Hopefully you saw my video on Tuesday. If you didn't, it's linked in the comments, and that was a really simple tip to really refine your arm undulations. Quite a basic one, but a lot of people don't know about it. Quite easy to do. Go and check that one out after you've watched this. Again, I want these to be nice and interactive, so please do get up, or I mean, you can even do this sitting down, but get up and join me along, join along with me with this to see how this one feels in your body. It's a little bit more challenging than the one from Tuesday. Needs a little bit of practice perhaps, but I promise you it is worth the effort and the perseverance. So let's just get our arm undulations going, and please go gently with this one if you're not feeling particularly warm at the moment. Just do your arm undulations how you would normally do them. Okay, just for a moment, see how that feels, see how everything's feeling today. And let's just do a couple more. And then release, shake it out for a moment. We're going to add a little bit of extra movement into there. So I'm not sure how you might have learnt your arm undulations when they were broken down to you. The way I like to do them is I don't usually use the shoulder lift. I know some people do a shoulder lift. I keep the shoulder in place and I start with the elbow lifting, then the wrist, and then I allow the energy to travel out through the fingers. So it goes elbow, wrist, and then through the fingers. Elbow, wrist, through the fingers. Elbow, wrist, through the fingers. Elbow, wrist, and through the fingers. So you've got this isolation happening at the elbow and the wrist. And I'm sure you know, as you lift the elbow, as you release the elbow, that's when the wrist lifts. And then when the energy goes through the fingers, that's when the wrist releases. So you've got a few different isolations happening at the same time. So let's just go back to our arm undulations again. Thinking about that, elbow, wrist, 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 and shake it out. So now we're going to add, I said I don't lift the shoulder in my arm undulations, but what I do is I do use the shoulder blade in a particular way. So let's do something strange. We're going to imagine a piece of rope and we're going to grab it with our hands and then pull it in towards the midline. And I got this from a very, very, very old school Rachel Bryce DVD, which I think she now hates, but I really, really love this exercise for demonstrating this movement. You can do it one arm at a time if you like. Grab the rope, pull the shoulder blade in towards the spine. Yeah. And grab and pull in, other side. If you're not finding much movement in the shoulder blades, this is where you need to work, because it's really key to this little tip and it's not easy. Resist the temptation to turn it into a rib cage slide. So you're not pulling your rope with your whole torso, it's just that movement in the shoulder blades moving in. I'm just actually going to turn around so you can see what my shoulder blades are doing. So I'm grabbing the rope, pulling it in, grabbing the rope, pulling the shoulder blade in. Yeah, squeeze, reach and squeeze. Couple more, reach, squeeze. Hopefully you're doing this with me. Reach and squeeze. Okay, shake it out. So we're going to add that shoulder blade movement into our arm undulations. Let's just take one arm at a time. We're going to come back to that elbow lift, elbow lift. Now, as I release the elbow, as well as going into the wrist, this is where I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blade in towards the spine. So there's quite a lot going on here, and this is where it gets a little bit challenging. And it can feel a little counterintuitive because you're used to that energy traveling along the arm. You're actually bringing some energy back into the center here, but trust me. Elbow lift, shoulder blade pulls in. Elbow lift, scapula pulls in. Elbow lift, pulling in. Elbow lift, pull in. Other side. Elbow lift, shoulder blade pulls in. Elbow lift, shoulder blade, elbow lift, shoulder blade, and elbow lift, shoulder blade. And then we put it all together. So you're pulling the shoulder blade in towards the spine as the energy is traveling out along the arm. Quite a lot to think about. You can obviously do this with bigger arm undulations. I think if you like to even lift, I can't even do this very well, but if your preference is to lift the shoulders, you can still use this technique. If you like to do big, juicy arm undulations, you can still use this technique. And what's happening here is this optical illusion where you have a curve in your elbow. You're actually lengthening that curve without moving your hand in space, which is what's giving that optical illusion of that kind of boneless feeling, that real kind of like fluid water movement happening. Yeah. So it's not just lift the elbow down, elbow up, elbow down, which is like quite a what's the word? A pointy movement to see going up and down in space. If you can add this, it kind of, it just creates that illusion of your arms being like water. And it's something that I'm still definitely working on. I've been doing it for years, and it's one of those things I think will never be perfect, but we can always keep trying. So that's my little tip for you today. Please give it a try. Give yourself a shake out as well. Let's actually press the hands away and drop the chin to the chest. Pull the belly in. Let's pull the shoulder blades apart and have a little stretch there. And relax. So if that was of interest to you and you would like to learn some more about a technique for arm undulations particularly, but also to know that your shoulders are strong and safe and that you haven't got any imbalances that might cause tension or potentially injury when you're doing these arm undulations, then get in touch. My Strong Motion program is open this week. It's called Amazing Arms and Strong Shoulders for a Good Reason. If you've been following me this week, you've seen some amazing testimonials from people who've been doing this stuff with me. So it is really worth getting stuck into. If you would like some more information, drop me a message or comment below and I will be in touch ASAP. Please do tag me and I can get straight back to you. And if you have worked with me before and you want to share this video, I'd really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video and you want to share it, I would really appreciate it as well. Or give me a little thumbs up or a little heart to let me know that you enjoyed this. That is all for me today. I will see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.